Hey guys, driving home. You guys got a second? I want to talk to you about the stock market. You know, I keep hearing Trump give out dates for the tariffs. Like he did it last month, he did it the month before, and then he carries it over, like he changes his mind. And people are like, oh, he's changed his mind. And I don't think he's doing that. I think he's giving hedge funds a roadmap, like a way to hedge their positions and buy risk on the other side. You know, your risk increases as your value goes up. Everybody's value was at the all-time high just this past couple of months. So your risk was like elevated. This is everyone. Because the higher your value goes up, the more risk you have. The lower your value comes, the lower the risk you have, because you have less to lose, right? You have more to gain and vice versa. So in this case, for the market, he keeps giving them dates and timelines, and I think he's doing it for the financial institutions to go ahead and buy those puts that they need for the market. And what leads me to this assumption is that no one complained when the market went down 10%, corrected. Like, no one got fired. You saw $1.2 trillion come off of Nvidia, and nobody cared. They're walking around like they're billionaires still, because technically they are, but it just makes you wonder, do the shareholders, are they complaining that they're losing market value? And this whole downturn, this downturn is massive, right? $5 trillion in the last 3 weeks, 5.5 trillion loss, and everyone's just okay with it. No one's getting fired, no one's restructuring. All they're doing is saying, you know what? We're priced in, we priced in the risk, and we protected ourselves. You know, that's why the VIX is up. You know, you buy the VIX to protect you when the volatility strikes. But here's the thing. This market is correcting and this market's adjusting, but everyone seems to be safe about it. I don't see any movies. I don't see a book being written. I don't see, mass hysteria. I just see people selling off large portions of this economy, and they'll explain it away with the tariff date. You know, it's not that DeepSeek and they found a cheaper way to do AI, and next thing you know, boom. No, they knew that 3 weeks before the actual downturn on the economy. And when they announced it, then yeah, it went side by side with the news. You know, there's another AI firm out there. I don't know, is it Baidu or something? I don't know what it is. But somebody out there found a way to do AI even better than what DeepSeek's doing, with less energy. It's not that NVIDIA chips are the way to go. It has nothing to do with that. I had somebody argue with me today about my NVIDIA video, and they're like, yeah, well, people still need chips. And I was like, not what you think. You know, and I'll explain, these hedge funds and these institutions and these companies that are buying the chips from NVIDIA, those are considered assets. And when you're buying assets, you're hanging on to the chips because the demand is massive, and you don't have the infrastructure built yet. You know, they're still building chassis via supermicrocomputers, but they need the chips. And here's the thing: if those chips are devalued in any way, shape, or form, you got to write off your losses. You literally are buying a depreciating asset. Certainly, when they don't need the new chips, no one needs Blackwell. No one. What is that? What it's called? I can't even think right now. Yeah, no one needs those chips because they're doing it with the older chips and doing it faster and better and less. So if everyone's trying to figure out how to do AI models, large language models, with less chips and less infrastructure and less energy, well, that's gonna go well for the other firms, for OpenAI and anyone else that's out there. Let's just say open source AI, right? Like people where they're actually sharing their ideas and their platforms and their roadmaps. But yeah, it all goes hand in hand for me. Trump's pricing in, or allowing Wall Street to price in the downturn by giving you dates so far out that you can go ahead and buy the puts and you're going to be okay, because data's not going to burn until it actually shows up. So what if you're buying far out puts and you're anticipating the market coming way down? Well, then guess what? You're about to bank on that reaction. And I only say this because I pay attention who's in charge of money and who's doing what, and of course everyone's repositioning, and the real kicker is it's got to be CoreWeave going public. It's a perfect time for CoreWeave to go public, and people don't understand what that means. It's you're not there to make a profit. You're there to take money from the public. You can stay private all you want. You got $10 billion of private equity pumped into CoreWeave. Who do you think's really in charge over there? Who's going to tell it what to do? So when the company goes public, it'll be overvalued, it'll be shooting through the roof, and it'll be Coinbase 2.0. So see how it all works out. But I'm brainstorming right now as I'm driving home, hitting the books. Right when I get home, I want to study some more about any topic, really. I just want to make sure I'm well versed in economics whenever I get called to the table. I have had some people reach out. They want to do some Spaces calls. They want to do some interviews, some podcasts. And, I'm very cautious on who I invite to the community that we've built. So just know that we had a successful week, and we'll have a successful month. And it's going to be a successful year and a successful life. So let's just keep grinding. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys have a great evening. I'm taking the scenic route. Peace.